What if people aren't avoiding you because they don't like you, but because of a few small things you do without realizing it?
And the strange part is, these habits don't always look rude.
Sometimes they look like confidence, enthusiasm, honesty, or even friendliness. But when they happen again and again, people start reacting to the pattern. Habit number 1, you always turn the conversation back to yourself. Someone tells you about their vacation, and before they finish, you say, "Oh, I did something like that too." Someone shares a problem, and somehow your story becomes bigger.
You're not necessarily trying to compete. Your brain may simply be searching for a connection.
But the other person may experience it differently. They wanted to feel heard. Instead, they feel replaced. Try this instead. Ask one more question before telling your own story. Habit number 2, you interrupt people. You already know what they're going to say. So your brain starts preparing the answer before they're finished. And then you jump in.
The problem isn't just that you interrupted.
It's the message the interruption can send. What I have to say is more important.
Even if that's not what you meant. Try leaving 1 second of silence before you respond.
Habit number 3, you complain more than you realize. Work is terrible. The weather is terrible. People are terrible. And eventually, every conversation starts feeling heavy.
Here's the important part. Complaining once isn't the problem. Everyone needs to vent sometimes.
The problem is when negativity becomes your default setting. People may start associating your presence with negative emotions. Not because you're a bad person, but because people naturally protect their emotional energy. Try balancing one complaint with one solution, question, or positive observation. Habit number 4, you always need to be right.
Someone disagrees with you and suddenly it becomes a debate. You bring evidence, examples, screenshots, and somehow a 5-minute conversation becomes a courtroom trial. Being correct can feel satisfying.
But constantly proving you're right can make people feel like they're fighting you instead of talking to you. Sometimes the smartest response isn't "you're wrong." It's "I hadn't thought about it that way." And now, the 5th habit may be the biggest one. You don't make people feel heard. They tell you something important, and you look at your phone. You glance around the room. You prepare your response instead of listening to theirs. You may think you're still listening, but the other person can feel the difference. They stop sharing.
They stop opening up.
And eventually, they may stop coming to you at all.
But here's the good news. None of these habits define who you are. They're behaviors, and behaviors can change.
Start with one simple rule. Make people feel seen. Ask questions. Let people finish.
Put the phone away.
And don't treat every disagreement like a battle. Because people don't need you to be perfect. They need to feel respected, heard, and comfortable around you. So ask yourself, do people feel better after talking to you, or smaller?
What kind of person are you to others?